Hey guys, it's Taxi here, back with another video. Also, got a haircut. Do I still look like a clown? I don't know. Let me know. Anyways, we are talking about Kokimo. Now, I've talked about this in the past, but I've never done a full video on it. I'll just show you the clip of, me saying something about that. Roll the clip. Anybody who watched this anime and liked it, thank you. You, are a smart individual. You're a culture man, and I respect you. I'm not gonna go on the tangent that I want to go on, but yeah. Now I want to talk about this anime because it's simply misunderstood. So there are two characters. One is named Ryo, and one is named Itsuka. Ryo is a 27-year-old businessman, and Itsuka is a 17-year-old girl. Basically, Ryo falls in love with Itsuka. Now, I know that's a big age gap, but in some places in Japan, based on the prefecture, it ranges from 16 to 18. The whole 13 thing, that's kind of misleading because that's just the age where you can do stuff. 16 to 18 is actually the legal age. Like I said, all depends on the prefecture. Now I'm going to explain why it's misunderstood. So, if a 17-year-old boy did this, would it still be called grooming? Would it? Say if a teacher was dating a student, would people make a fuss out of it? People would not make a fuss out of it. Either none of them are okay, or both of them are okay. You can't have this double standard bullshit and just magically, oh, that one's okay, that one's not. They're both the same thing, so it's wrong. So first off, Ryo never tried to force himself on her sexually or physically. There was this one really heartfelt scene where basically Ryo said, "Yes, I would wait for you." If he was trying to groom her, would he wait for her? No, he would force her into a relationship. And Ryo goes back to his parents' house and basically lets his dad know that he is going to wait until she's an adult. And their relationship is a bit complicated. They just have disagreements on basically just Ryo in general. But I'm not here to do a plot summary. Watch the show if you really care that much.
Do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Is it still grooming if he waits for her until she's an adult and she gets to live her life normally with him? Now, if it's legal at 17, it's legal at 17. But still, people might frown upon that. So if she's an adult, then there's no issue with it. So I feel like a lot of people's complaints is how persistent Ryo is throughout the show. I mean, that's just how he is when he truly loves somebody. He has his own way of showing it, and he means all good by it. Once again, I'm sure if this was the same age, nobody would give two flying dog shits. But, if there's a big age gap, it's an issue. I understand that in the West, this is kind of weird. This is kind of, frowned upon, EDP 445 behavior.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
But if it's okay legally and, morally, if you love somebody, go for it. If, like I said, as long as it's legal, and usually if it's legal, that means it's morally right. There are no standards for morals, so I can't say that it's morally correct, but it's legally correct. So if you're in love with somebody and you can legally date them, go for it. So let's speak hypothetically. If she really didn't like Ryo that much, she could have went to the authorities. He wasn't being threatening. He wasn't really, making any threats. He was pretty much harmless. He was just sending her gifts. Now, I get that can come across a little creepy. I do agree on that. But, that's just his way of pursuing the woman he loves. And clearly she does not mind him that much, because in episode 1, when she's buying eggs, she asks him to go along with her because there's a 1 carton of eggs per person. So if she hated him that badly, would she ask him to buy a carton of eggs with her? Would she interact with that person she so much hated? No. Once again, Ryo is not forcing her into anything physically, and just literally is just praising her, just, treating her like a goddess, which that's just his over-exaggerative personality kicking in. She also gets embarrassed and worries about saying nerdy stuff around him. Now, she only worries about that because she doesn't hate him. Obviously, she likes him a little bit because you don't worry about how you act around someone you hate. You only worry about how you act around, the people you want to have a good impression on. 9 times out of 10. Another way to show Ryo has good intentions from the get-go is his sister helps him. His sister sets him up. Now, I'm not going to say his sister knows everything about him, but if his sister set him up, she has enough confidence that he's a good guy and won't be a despicable piece of shit. And obviously, he'll, treat her right. Don't you think? Even Ichika herself says he's not an entirely bad person to her. Ichika said that. That just proves that, he's not so much of a bad guy. This is all in episode 1. All these points I've said so far are in episode 1. But apparently everybody missed it. People just wanted to focus on the age gap. Get your dick out of your ass and watch the show. Huh? In episode 2, he has a chat with his sister where his sister basically tells him, listen, if you make Ichika sad, I won't support you anymore. And he says, okay, I'll keep that in mind. Obviously, he's taking it seriously because he cares about her. If he was just going to, chuck her and dump her, he wouldn't give 2 shits. He'd be like, yeah, whatever, and then move on with his day. But no, he actually, kind of took that to heart and was considering how not to make her sad. Another point comes along in episode 2 when he's talking to his buddy Masuda, and he basically says it's a crush on his part. That he's just not trying to, use her or, mess around with her. And obviously, if he's talking to his friends, he's being truthful. Why would he lie to one of his best friends that, knows he was a bit of a womanizer? Now, I could go on and on about the genuine hints and clues on why he likes her. But for one, that would be a boring video. And for 2, whoever wants to see their perspective will see their perspective even if you watch this video. Watch this video with an open mind and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, scroll back. Rewatch it a couple times. Let what I say sink in. Maybe try to rewatch it. I promise you, it's not as weird as you think it is. The people that say this is grooming are the same people that watched Higehiro and thought that was a good anime. Higehiro was so good, right? But yet this anime, nope, it's messed up. What? Now, yes, I know that depends on the platform you look on to find, the hate I'm talking about. But you can find it, YouTube comments, and they're YouTube comments. You can't take those as viable resources for any type of feedback, because if you look through a comment section, you know what I mean. But a lot of the hate is just people dogpiling on it from, one person to another. It's just a chain reaction, and half the people haven't even watched the show. They're just judging it based off of what other people say. I mean, that's the entire internet in a nutshell. And it fascinates me how people are so sheepish. That's not the right word. How people are just like a sheep. Sheepish is totally different. Disregard with that. But it just amazes me. Like, watch something or, research something and make your own opinion about it. Because you don't even know how stupid your own opinion is if you just follow in the trends. Anyways, that's enough rambling. I would give this show a chance because it is all not that bad. It's a very wholesome anime, honestly. And that'll be today's video. If I should do another video like this, let me know in the comments. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and once again, comment. It's a pretty good feature. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.